Hey guys, welcome to this video. It's Emmy here. In today's video we are going to be trimming my hair. I'm going to be showing you what dead ends or split ends looks like, which is what we are going to be cutting. And this is a section already trimmed. We can see how easily the comb runs through the hair. We're going to cut and cut. Now before we get started, please click on the like button, please subscribe, and please turn on your post notifications. I was starting with a not washed hair but like clean hair. I did a co-wash, yes, a co-wash. So I wanted to get my hair clean before I went to the trimming because I was going to be twisting my hair after trimming. The first thing I did was to divide a section, and when I divide a section, I detangle it with my fingers first. Now there are different ways you can trim your hair. You can choose to trim it while it's in its natural state like this, or you can choose to stretch your hair or blow dry it so you can see all of your length and be sure that you are in fact cutting what you need to cut and not undercutting or overcutting. Now after I'm done finger detangling, I go through with my wide tooth comb and I comb it thoroughly, and then I go in with my favorite leave-in conditioner. Guys, I've spoken about this in a lot of videos. African Pride Moisture Miracle. I really love that leave-in conditioner. I'm going to put it in the description if you missed it, or you can just like go back. We're going to be cutting the first section, but I know I'm going to show you in a detailed way what exactly we are going to be cutting. I just want to get this first cut out of the way. Now when cutting, you want to make sure that you are using a very sharp scissors. There are specific hair shears, but if you cannot afford them because they're pretty expensive, you can go for regular scissors like I did. Just make sure that they are very sharp. Trimming your hair helps to get rid of dead ends, and it also encourages a good hair health. Now that is the reason why after I'm done trimming my hair and twisting it, I put the ends in a bantu knot and I use my lock and twist gel. I'm going to put the name of it in the description if you missed it when it was shown earlier in the video. Now in this section, I'm going to show you properly how to trim, what exactly you're trimming, and this will help you know whether you in fact need a trim. Because girl, if you do not need a trim, or boy, if you don't need a trim, please don't go and trim those inches because those inches are hard to get. Anyway, after I'm done detangling, I take my index finger and my middle finger and I carefully stretch it with my hands. Now you're going to see at the end that there are some pieces there. Now if you noticed when I was combing, it was a tad hard to comb because the ends kept tangling with each other. That's why they're called split ends. They're dead ends, so they keep tangling in themselves. Now when you're styling your hair and you have to keep pulling these tangled pieces, it generates more split ends, which even gives you more to trim when you decide to trim, which is why it is best to just trim when you know that okay, it is high time, babies, I'm having a lot of dead ends, I need to get rid of those, you know, those. Yeah, the reason I'm twisting it is to give it an even more better protection, just like how, you know, protective styles are good, because when your hair is left in an afro for too long a time, it encourages tangles, which birth. Anyway, let's get straight to this other section. Now you would see the ends again. Look at those sections. Sometimes if you even use your hands to pull them off, they pull off by themselves. So you want to make sure that you're looking carefully. The reason people are usually really sketchy about using this type of method is because they're like, well, natural hair curls, natural hair shrinks, you're never really sure of the length. You never really know if she wants to be Rapunzel today or some little afro princess tomorrow with a very TWA, tiny weeny afro. So that's why some people choose to do the stretching or to blow dry their hair first before they trim it, but I prefer this method too. Anyway, I'm going to show you once again how to trim. It is even more visible in this section. If you look closely, you see that the pieces, they fall out. That's a very bad explanation, but yeah, I'm hoping the video is helping. Do not forget to put the ends in a bantu knot. You don't have to put the ends in a bantu knot, by the way, that's not compulsory, but I like to do that because it helps keeps my end even more collected. It gives it an even better protection. Now you see this section, cut it off. Now something I've noticed is that there are some sections in my hair that needs even more length cut from some other sections. Now the goal is not to make my hair even. The goal is not to make my hair even. The goal is just to get rid of the split ends. This is why in some sections you see that a lot of length is cut, and in some other sections very little is cut, and sometimes you even see that you do not need to cut at all in some sections. So do not go in with the mindset that you will have to cut your hair, or you have to get all your hair to be on the same level, except if that's what you're going for, of course. But generally, when you're getting rid of split ends, you are just getting rid of split ends. You are not trying to make your hair at the same length. Now the front of my hair needed more length, more inches, rather inches cut. That's the word I've been looking for. Now if you saw in that section, the one I just finished, you see that as I cut, they went back in themselves. That's shrinkage happening. Now this section actually pained me, guys. Look at that length, and I had to cut so much. As I'm watching, actually, like, it's still hurting me. It's been some weeks now since I cut my hair, but for some reason, as I watch it, look at that. Anyway, of course, you go in with your twist it up. Make sure you don't forget the ends. Now when you're twisting your hair, if you want to do a twist out, this is just a tip, make sure that you are not joining the sections to themselves. Like if you start with 2, go with 2 till the end, and just twirl the ends when you get to the ends. Just make sure that you comb your hair to make sure that there are no tangles, to make sure that it is smooth, and doing that generally would actually would actually help you get a better twist out. Again, I'm going to show you a couple more videos of me cutting my hair, so just watch carefully, look at the ends. Make sure that when you decide to cut your hair, you are not just cutting because somebody somewhere on the web told me that I need to cut my hair to grow a healthy hair. Yes, you need to cut your hair to grow a healthy hair, but you need to make sure that you are actually cutting right, and you actually need to cut your hair. Now this is a very good example of split ends. You see how they just meshed and married each other? Those ends are dead. Those ends need to be cut. If you are noticing this in your hair, just cut the ends, I beg. Anyway, I decided to apply my growth oil all over my hair, on my roots. I did some massaging, got it everywhere. I got this oil. I'm going to put it in the description again, of course. It's called Emmy's Empire Herbal Growth Oil. Yes, I think that's the name. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button. Please subscribe. Please turn on your post notifications, and I will see you in the next video.